Hey guys, it's your girl Shalae and I'm back today with a second stimulus check update video. In today's video, we're going to discuss how Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary had a 50-minute phone call. What were they talking about, honey? 50 minutes, that's some good time. We also are going to talk about unemployment, and then we're going to talk about EBT, as well as the airlines are set to furlough more workers on October 1st. So if you want to know what is going on this $1,200 stimulus package, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey friend. My name is Shalae, and here on this channel, we talk about shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. It's super easy. It's free. All you have to do is click that big old red subscribe button down below, and you're in just like that. And while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like because you love me, and I absolutely love you too. Thank you guys for everyone that tuned in last night to Stimulus After Dark. It seemed like a lot of you were tickled in the comments, and I thought it was quite hilarious as well that I recorded a video in my house dress, literally about to remove my makeup. But yes, that was my home for those that are concerned, and yes, you were able to be really in my house last night, but you're not gonna be there for long, okay? Because if you've seen my video on Monday, you know I have a new office, so drop your girl some congratulations. Your family is moving on up. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and talk about these $1,200 checks because I am a ball of fun today. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi were on the phone for 50 minutes on Tuesday morning, according to Nancy Pelosi's spokesman, Drew Hamill, whatever. Okay, so this was the final push to make a deal for the next round of the federal aid before the members of Congress return home to their districts next week to start campaigning ahead of the November election. Now, the House Democrats are reportedly scheduled or preparing for a vote tomorrow on their new plan to see if top policymakers can come to an agreement. Now, guys, wait, okay? Don't put the cart before the horse. Or is it the horse before the cart? Whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. Okay. We know that even if they decide to vote on this tomorrow, that is still just the Democrats voting. It still will have to go over to the Senate, and we will have to get their approval, and we still need the president's signature. So we are not, okay, let me repeat that. We're still like at step 0, okay? Now tomorrow they'll sign it. Hopefully we can go from there. Now, there is no formal deadline that the Democrats have to do, but a number of the majority or major airlines companies are set to furlough tens of thousands of workers beginning on Thursday, October 1st. And so when their emergency lifeline of the previous funding package is scheduled to expire. So with that in mind, both parties have acknowledged the urgency to get a deal done, okay? Still not for certain. So they're thinking that, hey, if they go ahead and if the House Democrats go ahead and sign on September 30th, they want to move this as quickly as possible, according to Nancy Pelosi. She said, hey, let's be on the positive side. The needs are great, and it's really just a question of money. Now, I agree wholeheartedly with Nancy Pelosi, and I want to give kudos to the Democratic Party as far as going ahead and trimming down their bill. We'll call it a skinny bill. But for trimming down their bill, because we know it was at $3.4 trillion and now they are at $2.2 trillion. Now it's being stated that the Senate is unlikely to act on this legislation because it represents a negotiating point $1 trillion lower than what the Democrats' previous proposal was, but it's still higher than what the Senate wants. With that being said, I think that's the whole point of negotiating. You know what I mean? Like, okay, they dropped from 3.4 to 2.2 million. And if you're at 1.0 or 1.5 trillion, how about you go ahead and meet in that middle ground? And that's where you come to the table to negotiate. Now, some people in the Senate are in favor of the Problem Solvers Caucus proposal that they had a few weeks ago. So you remember our good old Ghostbusters, the Problem Solvers Caucus. I think that's, oh no, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters, that's them, the Problem Solvers Caucus. Maybe I was right, I don't know. Anyway, the Problem Solvers caucus had presented a proposal where they decided instead of for unemployment you get $600 like the Democrats is proposing. They say, hey, give $450 a week in unemployment. Then the Democrats are proposing that $225 billion goes for education and $57 billion go for childcare, whereas the problem solver said no, just give $145 billion. And then when it came to state and local funding government, the problem solvers caucus said, hey, let's give $500 billion, and then the updated package for the Democrats said $436 billion. So I think it's just pretty much I would say all we got to do now is kind of maneuver the numbers to make it work. And so I'm interested to see what's going to happen in the next few days. And that's where you go in and negotiate to me. So don't say no. It seems like the Senate is always no. Nope. It's like Mitch McConnell has, his face like, no. Come on. Like, let's sit down at the table and really see what we can get done for the American people. Amen. Amen. All right, so moving on to unemployment. Unemployed Virginians will have to wait a few more weeks before you start getting your $300 boost in weekly benefits. So with this, the Virginia Employment Commission pushed back its target date to begin payments from September through October 15th. Now, eligible claimants for this program, of course, you still had to receive the $100 a week in unemployment benefits. You don't have to do anything extra. You still just need to keep verifying that you are without work, and you will be retroactivated your pay. But as of right now, you won't get your payments in September. Well, I guess September is about over. Y'all just put this out today? Like, September is over tomorrow, right? Okay, well, you'll get it in 2 weeks. Don't be mad at me. Contact your Virginia Employment Commission. Also, speaking of unemployment in Wisconsin, a lot of claimants are frustrated with the Wisconsin Unemployment Office as well. They did a report, and a report from the Legislative Audit Bureau showed between March 15th and June 30th, 38.3 million of the 41.1 million of calls to the call centers were either blocked or received busy signals. Another 6.2% of the calls that were answered were abandoned, so they hung up. And only 0.5% of the calls were answered. So for those that have been trying to contact the Wisconsin Unemployment Office, pretty much they were not answering the phone at the beginning of this pandemic. Lawmakers said that they understand and know the frustration firsthand. I love these political statements that are put out in the press. I absolutely love it. You understand firsthand the frustrations. How do I tell that to my cable bill? How do I tell that to my mortgage company that you understand? That is crazy. It's bananas that no one could actually get in contact. And even some of the claimants said, hey, they stopped responding to us. Even our liaisons at the department itself stopped responding to us. So what they have done in Wisconsin is increase the call center staffing from 90 employees on March 31st to now 188 on July 31st. The agency has also increased the hours for the call center operations as well. So they said you should be able to get through now. Only in America, right? Alrighty, moving on, last but not least, with unemployment as well. The extra $50 for unemployment checks may not hit in North Carolina until October 30th. So last month, the governor of North Carolina, he actually approved where you would get the stimulus checks for any single parent or even children that if you were a parent and your child attends school, you will get a stimulus check in December. And if you're receiving unemployment, you will get an additional $50 unemployment just from the state itself until the end of the year. But right now they're having problems with getting your money issued to just because of the state system, and it's overlapping with the state and federal unemployment programs right now. So when the payments do come, they will be retroactivated to September 6th as well. And many people who get the unemployment now from the federal government won't be eligible for the boost. So it seems like that just came out. The division said Monday it estimates that between 15 to 20% of people qualify. So it sounds like this may be for the people that don't have the $100. I'll keep looking at it, but Governor Ray Cooper, he signed this into law on September 3rd, and he said everyone getting state unemployment benefits, which some are the lowest in the country, will get the extra $50 for the rest of the year. But now I guess they changed, so I'll keep you updated. Also, airline workers, I was stating this earlier, brace for mass layoffs. So in a few days, if nothing comes up or happens in Congress, 40,000 airline workers whose jobs will likely evaporate in the industry due to the pandemic. So unless Congress acts for a second time, many workers said that they will have their insurance and income cut off. And people were saying they don't know how they're going to pay the bills. Some of the workers said, I don't have enough money, unfortunately, to get by. And they said they've worked for United for 4 years. No one knows what's going to come next and how to prepare. So hopefully we can get this done, guys. I really hope Congress can do this. And last but not least, with the EBT, a lot of people were asking when are the payouts going to be for pandemic EBT. If you look at the USDA website, it says that the states have until September 30th to make those payments. However, you want to check for your state because some states are issuing out responses that it will not be available for the pandemic EBT until whatever date that they put out. I know Kentucky just put out today that the cards will automatically be mailed to each child sometime in October, and some children may not even receive their cards until November. That's what Kentucky put out. A lot of people are asking about Texas, and in Texas, it did not have anything for pandemic EBT. And then people were asking about California as well. And of course, on the USDA, it says that states have until September 30th, but some states are going out and issuing their own responses to that. So make sure you check your state, guys. That's all I have. A lot of news, a lot of talking. I hope you have a happy Tuesday. I'm happy to be back in my space. And hopefully you will not see me on any more stimulus after dark. Okay, that was just a one-time deal, hopefully. And we will see what happens. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.